Hello friends, welcome back to another video. I am so thankful for your continued love and support. And to those of you that are new here today, welcome. My name is Dina and I appreciate you taking the time to stop by and take a look at my channel and would love to hear from you down in the comments so I can say hello. Now in today's video, I am still working my way through our home, trying to put things back into place after the Christmas season. And today I will be working on our master suite. Now, as you can see, I have a little project I am working on as well. I have had this vase for quite some time, and I think it is time to do away with the pattern. And being I have been so drawn to that stone look, I decided to see if my spackle would do the trick. In the past, when I have tried to achieve this look, I have always reached for my baking soda and paint mixture, but this really needed to be used up before drying out, so why not give it a try? I did find that patting it on with the palm of my hand worked best, not only to get it to stick to the vase, but to also smooth it out and spread it around the surface as well. Once I was able to get the vase completely covered, I let it set to dry and I moved on to my next project. Being I was going to be refreshing the master bedroom, I thought it the perfect opportunity to come into the ensuite and make a few changes in here as well. Now this space has pretty much stayed the same for some time now, so brightening things up just seemed the right step to take. After a few finishing touches, I love the end result. It's not overdone in any way, and I've been able to incorporate some of Ronnie's things to bring in that masculine touch to this side of the room. And using the clear apothecaries this time really show off those items. The space is not only pleasing to the eye, but functional as well. I took great care in making sure that the things he uses each each day have a set spot, and nothing new will deter him from his normal daily routine. Okay, now on over to my side. Again, I'm taking just a quick minute to clean the space before I begin to bring any decor in. I want to keep with that apothecary theme over on this side of the room, and I'm hoping to bring in a faux topiary that I have on hand, and that's about it. I don't want to over decorate the space, but give each room a little breath of fresh air after the holidays. In the end, I was able to bring in some of the same looks I have going on throughout the house, adding in that creamy white urn with the muted sage color of the topiary, the angel wings with this beautiful tassel, and of course a few book pages in a second apothecary with a little added touch I will introduce in our master bedroom. It is very early the next morning. I just said goodbye to Ronnie as he walked out the door to head to work, and thought this was the perfect time to get my urn painted in time to dry and use in my room today. I'm using a few different colors of paint mixed together, and then we'll go in the end with some black paint just to give some texture and interest as it dries. Here is a quick peek at the room before I begin decorating. I did clean everything up off camera and even snuck out of the house to run to Hobby Lobby to purchase something for this space, because I decided to change out the wreath from over our bed to the one I made out of book pages. Now, Millicent was quite happy with that idea, obviously, and came to give me a hug and even tried to sneak in some kisses, but that didn't go over too well. But she surely is a love bug, and she is so sweet. She wants kisses right on the side of her cheek, and like I said, tries to sneak in her own. Now, I purchased this mirror this morning. I had seen it actually last night. Ronnie and I ran to Hobby Lobby for some markers, And this morning, when I woke up and knew I was going to be changing out that wreath, I thought that mirror would work inside the big frame. When I took a look, I just didn't like it, and so I chose to put it here, and I think it adds so much to our wall. All right, next I'm going to start with the bed. I took all the color away like I have in all the other rooms so far, and I will say I am really enjoying the creamy tones right now, and I think they pair well with the winter season we find ourselves in. It also makes me think ahead to the springtime and how nice it's going to be to bring that beautiful bright green color I love to use into each space once that season is here. And of course, I can't make the bed without help, so Brooklyn came to the rescue. She is a sweetheart too and loves to be loved on just as much as Millicent, if not more. Pulling out old pillows to create a whole new look was totally worthwhile. I love the way the bed came together. It looks so comfortable and cozy. It has a winter feel about it, and it is the start to our comfort room, our refuge, our sanctuary from the rest of the world. I think so many times our rooms are the last place we tend to decorate because it's not always the first to be seen if someone stops by. But I think it is so important to create a space where you can walk in and feel the load of the day just fall away. Keeping it clutter free and using simple things to decorate can be super easy and very cost effective as well. So if you gain any inspiration today, I hope that it is a comfortable space for you, can be done without much effort or breaking the bank, using things you already have on hand and either refinishing them or just bringing them back out to create a whole new look to the space just for you. Like I mentioned earlier, I would be introducing something new into this space, and that is these beautiful magnolia branches. I collected cuttings a few days ago, washed them off really well, let them dry, and then took some olive oil to the tops of the leaves to shine them up. Now, they won't stay super vibrant in color, but that is fine by me. I love the look they give off once they are all dried out. The look definitely lends itself to a more vintage vibe. The green is more subdued and takes on a darker, moodier finish, just like the gold undertones of the leaves. Next, I'm going to be carrying that magnolia look over to the other side of the bed using a different size and color vessel, pairing it with one of my favorite decorative jars, and of course, a few books as well. If you have been around my channel for very long, you will know I love the idea of incorporating candlelight just about everywhere. I think it really adds a touch of elegance to any space, especially so when you can see the reflection of the flame in a mirror. So most often than not, I do have some type of candle on our dresser. And in keeping with that storybook love theme I have going on for Valentine's Day, I am using a couple of my vintage books once again. One with rolled pages and the other simply left opened up, paired with a few more branches, and I love the end result of it all. With just a couple more spaces to decorate, I want to keep it very simple. So I did opt to add a few more magnolia leaves, an apothecary jar, and even a little more candlelight to finish the whole room off. have heard it said that we spend 1/3 of our lifetime in our bedrooms. So creating a warm and comfortable refuge to walk into at the end of a long day has become one of my priorities here at home. Now, Ronnie works so hard, and in his line of work, he has had to spend a lot of time away from the one place that he loves so much, our home. So I try hard to make sure and create a space he looks forward to returning to each evening by starting with a soothing color palette, adding layers to the bedding, and bringing in just the right amount of decor. It helped to create a space we feel comfortable in and can spend that 1/3 of our time relaxing in this winter. I realize this is kind of out of left field, and I really didn't get any inspiration from words I used about my decor today, but I always want to leave you with some type of encouragement, and I hope I can do so with this. With the last few years, it seems like each new one that comes along, we all begin to hope it is better than the last. So many people have had to face one hardship after another. Tremendous loss has been felt all over the world. Some of my closest and dearest friends are dealing with the loss of loved ones right now, and it breaks my heart for them. I find my mind continually tries to find just the right words to say, but sometimes it feels like, what can you say? With some struggles, there is always hope in knowing they won't last forever. And when you do make it through the storm, you have faith you are going to come out a much better you. But that isn't the case with every struggle. Sometimes questions come into our minds and we hope and plead for the answers. And in those moments when I have a hard time finding the right words, a night years ago always comes to mind. Our youngest, Jeremiah, was so very sick with the flu. I sat on the edge of his bed all night long and prayed for some relief to come his way. One time, after waking in another very violent episode of being sick, his little face looked up at me and asked in that little 7-year-old voice, "Mama, why am I still sick after you prayed for me?" And honestly, I don't know that I ever had a harder question from one of our boys. This was his first why moment. The only thing I could think to say is I remembered the very first time he had fallen hard in front of me and I couldn't catch him before he hit the ground. His little knees bled and his hands were just as scuffed. He lay there crying as tears streamed down his little face. And even though I wasn't able to prevent that fall from happening, I knew I could pick him up, hold him close, wipe his tears away, and love him through the pain he felt. And I think that is just what our Heavenly Father does for us in moments where we begin to question why. We might still take a fall, but He is always there to help us up. He wipes us off and holds us close. My deepest prayer this week is that each of you are doing well and no heartache is being felt. But if that isn't so, I pray you feel the warmth of His embrace as He sits and holds you close through your pain. I want to thank you all for coming along with me today. As always, I greatly appreciate your love and support. I wish you a wonderful rest of the week. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.